Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Ananias. It says click to start game, so let's do that. Looks like the first area we start in here is the temple ruins. In the center there you'll see us, a little guy with the little hammer and little brown armor. And we got a little kitty companion, who I'll pretty much refer to as Mr. Kitty throughout the playthrough. And up here in the upper right hand corner we have our inventory. We start with leather armor, which has integrity. Every time we get hit, that goes down. It reaches 0, it breaks, and the armor disappears and goes away. Also has a defense. That higher is better. How much it exactly reduces damage-wise, I'm not sure. There's a lot of variance between what enemies do to you, just as you do to them. So it's hard to tell. Weapons. You start with one of 5 weapons, either a dagger, battle axe, quarterstaff, spear, or a mace. They're better in the order that I listed because they do more damage. As you can see, almost all damage is, or not almost all damage, all weapon damage is a dice roll. In this case, 2d4. So two four-sided dice determines how much damage we do. And I've discovered 20 weapons so far. There may be more, but let's get on our way. As you can see, we enter a room, and we can move in that room, only one square at a time while there's an enemy in it. Once we've done that, we can trade places with our kitty, but otherwise we can't move within the room unless there's an item. We can move to the item. We just have to take one of the arrows and go to the next area. Our cat has 4 different modes. In the lower left-hand corner, you see the first one's charge, cover me, and then pull back. This one right here makes him meow. I think it's supposed to be like stay, just like stay where you are for the room, but from what I can tell, it doesn't work. Maybe we'll test it out here in a little bit, see if the developers fix that. But early on, you really want to keep your cat back because they tend to get one shot. And if they get one shot, the run is over. Or if they die at all, the run is just over. Because you really need them to be able to do some extra damage. Like right there, save me an extra hit. Me getting hit once, and also another armor durability, plus weapon durability. So we just got the wizard staff, which is 2d4 plus 2, and also almost 57 out of 60 for its durability, so that is amazing. And this is a really good early weapon, solid middle tier weapon to be getting, so that's really good. Let's carry on. The orc, the green guy that was over it, they always have items over them, so it's almost always worth it to go and kill them. Some rooms you can skip pretty easily. Actually, especially later on in the game, there's a lot of rooms you can skip. And it's typically prudent to do so because the only time that you get anything beyond picking up items is when you go from floor to floor. You get nothing for killing mobs. Absolutely nothing. So if there's no items in a room, there's no reason to do that room. We just got a blue flower, which increases our monster's health. And just got him plus 8, so we'll be able to do a little bit more tanking now. Still don't really want him fighting any orcs, because orcs do a lot of damage. And these guys actually can do quite a bit of damage too. But we one-shot them all. I don't think there's any reason to risk it. I'll go ahead and put him on cover me. And there we go. So he can do a little bit of extra damage if he needs to, or not at all because he pathed incorrectly, which is rather annoying, happens sometimes, but luckily not too often. The yellow potions heal us, so we definitely want to pick that up. There are various spells that look like books, and they're different colors based on the tier of weapon that they affect. This one's a mace spell, so if we had a mace, this is a staff, but this is a mace, and we were to use that while we had this mace equipped, it would restore all of the durability. Unlike armor, when weapons reach durability of 0, they don't break you, they just simply unwield from your hand and stay in your inventory. So it's kind of handy. As soon as you pick up a weapon, you know you pretty much can use that weapon throughout the entire run, assuming you can find spells for it, which actually we're done here, so let's go to the next floor, which the game is pretty typically pretty good with. So HP plus 4 is what we ended up getting for that, so good deal. Kill that guy in short order. Oh, wait, passed up the victory axe. Or no, the war axe, I'm sorry. So the axes tend to be a large number of dice, but not very not a whole high value mark. But this is a good weapon. It's 7th best in the game that I've found so far. So definitely worth it. Let's see, Kitty hopefully can handle that guy. Not so much. Alright, we'll go ahead and heal him up. Like I said, you really want to be careful with them. It's, you know, if you have all the red flowers are now useless, that's what heals your pet if you let them die. So, yeah, don't let them die. And they're pretty plentiful drops too. Spear. There's absolutely no reason to pick that up. Actually, let's take a look at our inventory. I really could probably get rid of the mace, and if I don't get a capacity upgrade when we go to the next floor, I probably will. So I'm going through and, you know, clearing these early levels. Later on, you do not want to do that in any way, shape, or form. That will kill you. But you are always playing this balancing act of, is it better if I go in and you know, try to keep exploring to get what I need, or should I just keep going down? And I find that at a certain point, you know, you just hope to get lucky. I guess you'll run out of stuff. The Claymore is better. Well, actually, it's on par with the War Axe as far as average damage. The War Axe does 2 more points of damage in the minimum, at least. So at a pure minimum, it does 5, whereas the Claymore does 3. However, the Claymore does a max of 12, while the Axe only does a max of 10. So, kind of personal preference as far as what's better, but I tend to go with what has a better average. We do have a book as well, so that's something to consider. So I think what I'll do is I'll drop the mace spell, and I'll pick up the Claymore, and really, we'll just keep using this. I passed some health there, but I'll get it in a second. So as we go down, our cat also levels up, strength and various other things. Let's use the Claymore for right now, and then we'll use the Blade spell on it. We'll have to go back for it, but that's alright. Actually, Kitty will probably handle. No, gotta toss my 5 cents in there. Just gotta remember to go back and use that Blade spell. I've left plenty of stuff behind, and it wouldn't surprise me if I did actually forget about it. Try to play optimally, but you know, especially talking to you guys, it sometimes it's a little distracting, I've found. This is not the first recording I've done. I've done several and have had to chuck them all for various reasons. It's a little harder to record than I originally thought, especially record well. As a matter of fact, I have already made several mistakes throughout this video, but that's fine. I think we'll be alright. And let's go ahead and just use it. Before you leave the floor, you pretty much, we don't have a mace, right? No. You pretty much want to go through and use whatever you can, because you can't go back. So we got unlucky, which means we don't get anything, which sucks. So yeah, anyway, make sure you use everything on the floor before you go. Even if it's just, you know, 1 point of healing. Hey, that's 1 point higher than what you were at before, right? So we really need a carrying capacity upgrade. Just really bad. I am willing to risk this, I think. Kitty shouldn't die, but oh my gosh, just about did. And I definitely messed that up. Alright. Let's hope he doesn't die. Oh my goodness. So that's everything too. You very quickly become comfortable. You're just like, oh yeah, cat can go up there and attack that. No big deal, right? Well, that ends runs. You really cannot let your guard down like that. You may have just noticed that our armor went down. And if you're very observant, you may also have noticed that we haven't seen any other armor to pick up. That unfortunately happens sometimes. Actually, quite frequently. I mean, it's usually down to the wire when it comes to armor and picking it up. So we're going to start taking a lot more damage. And unfortunately, we're not really set up to do that because our cat can't tank for us yet. As nice as that would be. But luckily we do have a pretty good weapon, and it should help us carry through. But we need to explore these early levels as much as possible, and just hope and pray that we get what we need. I am letting the cat take a lot of damage here. I probably shouldn't be. But there's a healing right there. And weapon down. Alright, so let's go ahead and use this. And then we'll use the blade spell. We'll pick up the axe spell. And we'll go ahead and start using the axe, since we have that. I should have done this a little bit differently. I will be in my inventory quite a bit, trying to eke out the best small advantages that I can, and just because I tend to forget what do I have in there. If I had more room, I'd definitely take that with me. It's typically good to have spells of different kinds. So, once again, well, we're down here, and we don't have any armor, which, as you typically would note, tile set shift means you've gone down the next area. And this area does indeed kind of suck. But we'll be alright. Let's switch spots with my kitty. So, as you can see, these treants just have a ton of health. These guys down here heal, which is good because they also heal our cat. I'm not sure if that's a bug or not, but I'm not complaining because it really helps a lot of times. Sometimes you can just sit there and farm it too. We got 13 left. Let's just go ahead and use our axe spell. It's not as efficient, but we do get some leather armor, which, to be honest, is not all that great. I'm not picking that up because I'm waiting to use my plus 20 health one before I go and pick it up. Hey, more leather armor. This one is, I can't tell because the first, I don't know when it stops, but it just kind of is like in this tutorial mode for a long time until you've seen an item a couple times or something. I don't really know when it decides to stop doing it, but eventually in that right middle area it'll just start showing us our the stats of the item, or who's attacking us, instead of a description of what it is, which I don't know why it's like that, but it is. Kitty's tanking for us a bit. Probably shouldn't be. There's our exit. We definitely need to find... So first things first. Do we want the leather armor? No. Because the leather armor, honestly, I'm glad I have it at this stage of the game, but very quickly it's going to become irrelevant. The 2 defense just isn't enough. We got strength plus 1 there, and went down to the next area. Do I want the more damage or the more consistent? Let's go with consistency for right now, I think. It's fine. We seem to be one-shotting just about everything. Okay. These worms will really mess up our day quite a bit. They will weaken us if we don't one-shot them. They have a 50-50 shot to do so. Luckily, we one-shot both of them, but yeah, it's really rough. Also, luckily, we got a red flower, and we're able to regenerate Mr. Kitty's health there. So, I am going to drop the wizard staff, because I really do need a red flower. At least one. I don't know why he decided to come that way, but it's fine, I guess. Let's put our cat on charge. He should be able to take out this mouse. Alright, good job. Only going to grab one for right now, though. I really need some carrying capacity upgrade. I mean, sheesh. It's 1 hit point. It's actually me being lazy. That is not optimal play. I should have gone all the way over and then picked up, you know, gotten whatever damage I was going to give, taken, and then after I was done exploring, and then go and pick that up. But it gets a little worrisome just backtracking like that all the time. I will do it if it's worth it, and you know, I feel like it's going to really help. But if you notice right there, the cat attacked. While the cat's sharing a space with us, it's not supposed to be able to attack, but it bugs out sometimes and does anyway. Man, unlucky again. And that's actually really handy. I don't mind that in the slightest. But I don't think it's supposed to do that. These guys right here, over to the right, will disarm us. The guy with 2 swords. Really, really annoying. And you want to kill them pretty much as soon as possible, because they will just ruin your day. Oh, please die. Thank you. Cat's gonna tank this guy for a bit. Alright, good job. We do have that red flower back there. As you can see, this necromancer will raise the dead. Quite a bit. Sheesh. Luckily, they don't do too much damage, though. 9 out of 16. Something to be concerned about, but we got a red flower right there, so no big deal. Recover up, and we'll go. That's another thing, too, is a lot of times I won't use an item, and then I'll just end up finding, like, you know, another red flower, another healing potion, and it's completely irrelevant then. And that happens quite often. So what I mean to say is a lot of times you don't end up having to backtrack anyway. That blade spell would be really good. This is going to be a bit of a tricky room though, because I need to kill you first. I didn't one-shot you. Ah, and you weakened me, you bastard. I don't know how much strength that takes away, but more than I'd want, for sure. Alright. So we're going to start using the sword now, since we have something for it. Yeah, we'll finish out the axe, actually. Oh, carrying room. Thank you. Thank you so much. That gives us +2 slots there. I'm going to go ahead and heal our pet up. Grab that. And, hey, an axe spell. So we can keep using the axe if we want. This actually, I typically would switch to the one with a higher damage potential, but it seems to be doing a good job, pretty much one-shotting everything, so why bother switching to something that does more damage if you don't need it? That's a magic bow. 2d2. Yeah. Second worst item in the game. The absolute worst item in the game is the non-magical bow, which is 1d2. And just very bad. Nothing in that room that we wanted. And handle that quite nicely. Let's finish out the floor. I'm getting to the point now where I really need some armor. Really bad. This armor's been pretty good to us, but it's not going to last forever. Okay, don't kill her right away. Yeah, or kill her right away. Kitty doesn't care what I say, apparently. But definitely like to keep her alive a little bit longer. Oops, should not have gone up in that situation. And let him get some more heals. I'm not going to heal him yet. I'd like to try to get a little more value out of it, or just find another one. They're really plentiful. Even later on in the game, for the most part, I find that they are just incredibly plentiful. However, he's about to get his butt kicked. We'll go ahead and swap him out. And die. Crap. Well, guess I was not watching my health there. So, tune in next time, and hopefully you'll see me not mess up and die so soon. Thanks for watching, everybody.